Alright, so this is the Canon GL2 video camera mini DV, and it's coming with two extra large batteries and one standard battery. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna pick up the camera, and with the leads at the bottom you're gonna plug it in here like this and push it down like that, so you'll hear the click button there, click sound there. And then where my finger is, you will see that there is an on off button there. If you move it forward, it goes on camera. If you move it backwards, it goes on the play mode. So the first thing you want to do though is load the mini DV cassette in the camera. To do that, you will have to use this button here. There is a slide button, so you slide it forward and you pull it out gently, and when you do that, the cassette loading mechanism will open up automatically. Once that's open, you can take a mini DV tape, open it up like so, and then you want to make sure you position the tape in this manner so the wheels are in the back here, and gently just drop it in here like so, and then just gently, without using any force, just push it in like that. Then after you do that, it will automatically go in. You do not push the thing to load, it will automatically do that. And then you just close the tape here, and now the camera is ready to go basically. So now you can take off the thing here, the lens cap, and you would hold the camera like this, like so. So it goes in a grip like that, nicely, comfortably. And now if you want to start recording, you're gonna slide this thing forward like that. And now the camera is ready to shoot. Now there are two ways you can shoot it. There's a viewfinder here, and you can look through it like this, or the other thing you can do is you can click this button here like that, and it will gently open up, it will release the LCD screen, so it opens up like this. Now you can view the scene on the LCD screen, and you're ready to shoot. Now in order to shoot it, these are the controls that you want to know. First of all, this red button here, that's the toggle button. If you click it once, it will start shooting. If you click it the second time, it will stop shooting. So that's the red button that controls the start and stop of the camera. The other interesting button, the most important button probably, is there's a rocker switch here. This controls the zoom of the lens. So if you push this down here, the lens zooms in, and if you push the back side here, the lens zooms out. So the way this works is, when you're holding the camera like this, your thumb controls the start stop, and your two fingers here control the zoom and the wide. So you can just click it like that to zoom in and zoom out. That's the way the camera basically works. So again, the red button here, the thumb controls the start and stop, and the front side is to zoom in, the back side is to zoom out. So there you go. And when you're done shooting, you slide it back into the center position there. So that turns the camera off. And then if you want to review what you just shot, you push the button back. That puts it in play mode. So now you can view what you recorded on the cassette. And you can open this up like that. And you can now play the cassette that's there. And in order to play the cassette, you have a remote control that I will show you in a minute. So there is a remote control. To change the battery on the camera, you can't just push the battery up. There is a little button here. You will need to push that button in first and then push the battery up like that. Only then will the battery be released. Otherwise you can't take the battery out easily. Also, this viewfinder here, you can angle the viewfinder if you want to look down through it, and then that's where you will see this button here that releases the battery. Basically it's like a spring-loaded button. So you can, to load the battery is pretty easy. You just push it in, push it down, and it locks up. But to take the battery out, you have to push this button in first and then release the battery. Okay. So in addition to starting and stopping by using this red button, sometimes instead of holding the camera like this, you want to take a low angle shot. So to do that, it's sometimes convenient to hold the camera like this and move it around like that. So for that case, you can use this red button here to do the same thing. So you can start and stop, and there is also, you can control the zoom by this button here. So it's the same button like this, except it's close to your thumb here. So you can zoom in, you can zoom out. So you can do that too by just holding the camera like this. And when you're holding the camera like this, you most likely would want to use the LCD like that. So you would be holding the camera like this and filming it like this and starting, stopping here, zooming in, zooming out. So you can use the camera either way. You can hold it with your grip like this, or you can hold it like this. Okay, stop the camera. The other feature of this camera is that you can take still pictures with the camera. So instead of shooting video, if you just want to capture pictures, you can do that too. So there is a slide here. You can open this and you can see there is a memory card in here which you just push in and you can take out. There is an SD card and you put that SD card in there like that and close that. And now when you are shooting, there is a little button up here. It's for taking still pictures. So if you click that button, it will take a still picture and it will store that picture on the memory card, which is here. And you can also take the still picture from the top here. So if you're holding the camera like this, you can simply click the button here so you can take a still picture. And you can probably take a still picture while you're still shooting the video. So while shooting the video, you can take a still picture and the picture will get saved in the memory card here. Okay, stop. Another good feature of this camera is when you're shooting in bright sun, sometimes the object that you're shooting, the subject might be too bright. In that case, you can click this button here called the ND filter button. So if you click that, it's a neutral density filter, and that will automatically act to reduce the brightness of the subject, and that way you can get better video footage when the neutral density filter is on. Okay, that's great. So every time you shoot a lot of video, maybe once a week or once a month, the performance of the head of the recorder becomes a little worse because dust accumulates on the head. So you want to use this head cleaner cassette, which will help take the dust off the camera. The way you use that is just like it's a regular mini DV tape. Basically, it looks like a mini DV tape. You take the tape out and you load it like any other tape, like that, and you push it in. And then you close the thing. And now, in order to actually clean the head, you will need to play the tape for the duration. So you can put it in, put the tape in, put the control in playback mode, like that. And you will see that you are ready to, so now you can use the remote control on this to, there's a play button here. So if you push play, the tape will start playing. So what it is doing right now, it's actually cleaning the head. So simply by playing the tape, it cleans the head of the camera. So you can do that. I think it's just a 2 or 3 minutes tape, and you can run the entire tape. And for next time use, what you do is you simply, so I pushed stop now, so that stopped it. And just like any ordinary tape, you can push the reverse button here, rewind button. So you can rewind the tape all the way to the start. And as you can see here, it's rewinding. So it's basically a 5-minute tape, that's all it is. And its only job is to clean the head. So, you know, once a week or once a month, you might want to run that thing to clean the head, because the mini DV tape, certain dust particles accumulate on the head, and then the recording is not as clean as you would like it to be. Okay, cut. So once you're done filming, whatever subject you're filming, you would want to transfer the video to your computer. And in order to do that, you need to connect a special cable called the Firewire cable here. It's a special cable, it's a high-speed cable that is used to transfer the video to your computer. You will need a Firewire port on your computer to transfer. So that end the big end goes to the computer, the small end here connects to the camera like I'm going to show you now. So behind here in this area there is a little way to open up the rubber protective sleeve. So you open up that sleeve and you take that Firewire cable and you would connect it in a proper manner like that, and then the other end will go to the Firewire port on your computer. If your computer doesn't have a Firewire port, you may need to buy a Firewire card to connect this cable to the computer. But basically you will need that card or port on your computer to transfer the video. So that's the minimum requirement, and once you connect it to your computer, then you can use one of the softwares to edit the videos, which will enable you to transfer the video to the computer. Good. The camera by default focuses automatically on the subject, but if you want to focus manually, there is the toggle button here, focus automatic or manual. If just make sure that you don't accidentally click that button, otherwise it will go into manual mode and then you won't know why the camera isn't focusing automatically. So to revert back to automatic, if you are in manual mode, just click it again and then the camera should be able to focus automatically. The focusing ring is here. You can probably, if you are in manual mode, you can probably focus manually using that ring. It gives you a lot of control over the use of the camera, but that's a little bit advanced usage basically. There are a few more advanced controls I'm going to briefly mention here. Is the exposure here. There's a dial that you can turn up or down, which means you can either overexpose or underexpose the shot by turning this dial up or down. So you can simply push it up or down. Normally I would just leave it right in the center there, the way it is, and not change it. Another feature is called white balance, and white balance basically determines the color of the scene. So depending on the type of artificial light or sunlight or cloudy day that you're shooting in will affect the quality of the scene that you're shooting.